Hey there guys, welcome to my compound life. Hope you guys are well. You guys are having a good 4th of July holiday. It's quite a long weekend holiday for many of the viewers, especially the ones in the US. So I hope you guys are having a good time. It's the summer. It's nice to it's nice not to look at the market, not look at the chart too much. Go hang out, have fun with the family, go out, have holiday. That's good. Well, at least I haven't been looking at charts too much, especially over the Friday. This market's not open. So far, it does seem Bitcoin price has been quite positive. But whether do we immediately flip bullish? Okay, that's something I want to quickly discuss, because ultimately I think looking at historical Bitcoin pricing, right? Historical Bitcoin price movement, I need to highlight. We do not get to the bottom until 12 to 15 months later. Okay, so 12 to 15 months later from the all-time high. So imagine if the recent all-time high was 126,000. That was back in the 8th of October, right? We wouldn't be able to get to the bottom at least until sometime in October, right? But certainly I think many people are arguing the fact that this time around Bitcoin is different because there are so much influence from institutions. This time around the institutional adoption was very heavy, right? But look at the institutional adoption. Look at ETFs buying, right? I reckon at least for the past 2 months, right, there's been much more selling, much more outflow versus actual inflow for Bitcoin, right? So from that sense, even Sailor, look at Sailor right now. Look at what Sailor's doing. I mean, does he even have enough money from his ATM to actually buy more Bitcoin? Is strategy share prices, right, across his whole suite of product, from strategies, SATA, STRC, and everything, right? Is it in healthy mode that he can continuously go out and buy more Bitcoin? I guess not, right? So to that certain extent, right, looking at historical price movement, where usually Bitcoin will get to a unification phase. That's where historically during the midterm year election, the price movement for Bitcoin, if we take the average, essentially all of the time, right? Out of all, I think this would be the 4th midterm year election Bitcoin is going through, all will come to mid at that phase, where essentially that means Bitcoin price will have to bottom sometime towards September, October, November, right? So that's essentially just looking at historical price movement, right? And yes, many might argue this time around it's different because institutions are buying, but institutions are not buying so far, right? If we're talking purely just about business ISM cycle, guys, I think this was one of the very key thing that got a lot of people wrecked at recent Bitcoin cycle, right? Because so many people were actually waiting for Bitcoin to go from to drop a little bit from its all-time high, maybe back to 100 or 90,000, and then continuously go up. So people were all calling for a super cycle that never came true. Even Raoul Pal, I think he was also calling for a super cycle this time around, Bitcoin going through a banana zone. And many simply just doesn't think the recent top of 126,000 was the actual banana zone, right? And even afterwards, some were still thinking that, hey, this cycle is so different. It's a super cycle. So that's why many are not calling this a bear market right now, right? So I hope you guys can actually see this and appreciate that whatever we're going through right now, whatever phases that we're going through right now, it's actually a very, very similar phase that Bitcoin has always gone throughout its throughout its lifetime. It still continuously followed through that 4 years Bitcoin cycle, right? So I obviously haven't immediately flipped bullish, right? I wanted to, put it this way, right? But if I immediately flip bullish, that means I will be lagging behind in terms of my capital deployment, right? So anyhow, whatever capital that I've set aside for Bitcoin, it's still going through that process of deployment. Love to flip bullish right now, but so far I think give it another 3 months. Give it another 3 months. Once we've gotten through that 3 months, once we've gotten through October onto November, right? If Bitcoin continue to be sky high at that time, right? Probably yes. The recent bottom of 57,800, that was that true bottom. Okay. But anyhow, it doesn't matter, right? Because we still got scheduled DCA in place, meaning we are still buying in range. Our entry would still be a good entry as long as we're buying during the bear market. Okay, so I think the best advice right now is we don't have to flip bullish or flip bearish, right? Anyhow, we are still in the bearish phase of the process, and usually bearish phase of the process will take time in order for Bitcoin to find the bottom, right? So in that case, the best thing that My Compound Life can help you guys is to help you guys to see and continue to schedule your DCA and to continue to buy any major dips for your dip DCA capital deployment. For many of you guys that follow through My Compound Life content, which I genuinely appreciate. I think there was a viewer who responded to my recent video about, because I was asking, hey, anyone out there actually follow through My Compound Life ways of buying and selling Bitcoin? Because obviously buying and selling can be very, very emotional, right? Especially buying an alpha asset like Bitcoin, where it can be highly volatile. You can actually make a lot of money with it, but at the same time, there are only period time that you can buy and sell that you can actually make good money out from it. Okay, so I think there was some statistic about every 10 days in a year, right? If you cash out Bitcoin, you'll be able to make that life-changing gains, right? So however, timing that perfect top or the perfect bottom, it's always very, very difficult, right? I haven't been able to make a lot of that calls myself, right? So that's why the only ways that I can get around this would be, let's make sure when we deploy our capital, we buy during the bear market as much as possible. In a key moment where we need to stack cash, right? We stack cash instead. We don't go all in into Bitcoin. But in some of the key moment that we need to exit Bitcoin, we exit our swing bag, right? So if you guys haven't got a clue what the hell is a hodl bag as well as a swing bag, hodl bag, it's a bag of Bitcoin that you never ever sell, right? However, knowing that many of us are in a situation where we need some income every now and then, we need to take off some lifestyle chips, right? Especially, if once you've kind of gone through your first cycle, right? Even when you're going through your first cycle, right? I also would encourage you guys to establish your hodl bag as well as your swing bag, right? If this is your first cycle, I would highly recommend that you can either get out, right? Take the risk, be all out, and then rinse and repeat again. Or, if you are the individual that doesn't really like to sell, right? Maybe set aside a low amount in your swing bag, let's say 30%, 20, 30 or 40% for your swing bag. So by the time when we get to all-time high in, I don't know, around 2029, 2030, you exit fully for your swing bag, right? So that's where, you know, you have some growth money to help you to buy back more into Bitcoin during the bear market, or it can help you to pay off taxes, pay off your mortgages, etc., you know, or get into other asset, right? So I'm actually really pleased that one of the viewers actually practiced that through. So I'm not sure whether is it just one viewer or there are many other viewers, but anyhow, I appreciate you guys, you know, go through my Compound Life's content. It feels good. But anyway, I think yes, market, it's highly volatile now. For anyone that are thinking of, hey, you know what, bottom is in, I'm gonna set up some leverage long, I suggest no, don't even think about it. Don't touch it, because once you try out leverage, especially if you kind of new, right? Once you kind of try out on it, very likely, you know, it may consume your whole portfolio, right? Even if you do, just make sure that you guys do isolated leverage, that, you know, it doesn't consume over your other collaterals too, right? Just make sure of that. Because I actually know people. I think there are few viewers that spoke about this, but I actually knew people that did really, really badly, especially towards end of cycle, where they kind of thought, you know, this was just a retrace, you know, we're going back up, or people actually did poorly, you know, towards the end of cycle, right? End of the bear market, because they kind of assume they became bullish too early, right? So this is why I haven't, you know, this is why also the very, very key reason that I felt, you know what, the bottom is not in yet, because I haven't, yes, I have seen many negative sentiment, even in my Compound Life community, you know, sentiment, right? And I think a few bears actually came back. So welcome back, bears. You know, welcome back. So I think there were a few bears that has always been bearish. You know, when Bitcoin was at all-time high, they were like bearish. And then when Bitcoin was at the bottom, they are also bearish too. So I don't know what they do, right? Maybe they simply just doesn't like the asset. But anyway, welcome back, all the bears, right? I think we will, yeah. I think we will continue to go through time-based capitulation. It's not going to be over anytime soon, guys. I think, right? But anyhow, the way that we set up our buying, the way that we set up our capital deployment, I reckon, you know, we will have enough of the coverage across the period, right? So yeah, I do suggest that you guys follow it through. You know, set your buy, just set it, and don't let your emotion control over you, right? Don't let your emotion control over, because every time when Bitcoin price goes up, I think, you know, it's so tempted to FOMO in, right? But if you kind of set up the different zone to buy in for your dip DCA, right, you already got that covered, guys, right? We only aside 50% for your scheduled DCA, guys. That capital will be fully deployed, right? That is if you guys follow it, you know, follow through it strictly, right? Where we've begun our scheduled DCA buying. If you haven't started, right, I would recommend you guys to start ASAP, right? Just buy on a daily basis, or some of you guys love buying on a weekly basis, because I think that might be when some of your paychecks comes out, right? So buy daily or weekly, schedule that in. Do so through a bell-shaped basis, where you actually deployed your scheduled DCA a lot more towards September, October, November, and then bell-shaped, it gradually comes down again from December until about March next year. Okay, but at the same time, your other 50% of the capital, right? I'm assuming many of you guys have deployed that when we got into approximately, I don't know, the 200 weeks moving average. So that was about a months ago. Well, not a month ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, right? So from that sense, I think many of you guys must have deployed that already. Okay, so good on you, right? At least out of that 50% capital specifically for your dip DCA, right, you've deployed 20% of that already, right? If we get to the realized price of $54,000, or the realized price is actually similar to the 300 weeks moving average, guys, right? That will be, you know, for that to be deployed, guys, that will be another 15%, I believe. So that will be 35% already deployed, right? So I think at least from the price action perspective for Bitcoin to get to the realized price, or the 300 weeks moving average, because historically, indeed, Bitcoin price does hit that zone, right? So from that sense, continue to do your dip DCA, deploy about 15 or 20% into it. I think it makes absolute sense, right? Because buying at the bear market, buying at 200 weeks moving average, buying at 300 weeks moving average, or buying at the realized price, guys, that's a good risk reward perspective. Okay, so don't miss out on that opportunity, guys. Just make sure, right, you guys buy at that zone, right? You don't have to hit the bottom all the time, right? Because we are so close to the bottom anyway, and these are just, there will be good times ahead. And apart from that, guys, I think nothing much to talk about, because these are like periods, you know, that are so boring right now. Indeed, very, very boring. We are kind of retracing between $58,000 to $61,000. So I'm kind of like bored now with the whole thing. So I'm actually thinking maybe in August I'll take a short holiday. When I take holiday, maybe I won't even be making video, because I wouldn't have like time to keep up with the news. I mean, I'll have time to keep up with the news, but taking time to analyze it, to script stuff for the video and so forth, right? It takes time. So when I'm on holiday, I wouldn't be carrying my laptop with me. So from that sense, I mean, unless you guys want more lifestyle video, let me know in the comment section what kind of video do you guys like, because I don't know what kind of content do you guys want me to cover, right? I'm actually thinking later on, maybe rather than me talking about Bitcoin all the time, maybe I'll start to dabble in more into crypto, right? So maybe on a weekly basis, we'll talk about Bitcoin on majority of the days. Alternatively, we'll talk a little bit about crypto, mainly on Ethereum and Solana, because these are like the tokens that I pay a lot of attention to, right? Let me know what you guys think too. Anyway, enough for today, guys. I think it's just a video to keep us all calm, because I don't want anyone to FOMO, right? I don't want anyone to panic sell yet. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, so take care, have a good holiday, have a good 4th of July. Have a good 4th of July. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye. I don't have fingers to hit the stop recording button, because I'm just gonna park into my garage. Okay. Park into my garage slowly. Okay, thanks guys. I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Bye bye.